Mix one essentials.
Mix one essentials.
Mix one essentials. Mix one essentials. Mix one essentials. Mix one essentials. Mix one essentials.
Mix one essentials. We're here with GQLEEK and his guy Flacco.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
We good. How about y'all?
I'm doing good, man. I'm tired. I'm on a diet, man.
Hey,
hard.
explain that. How you go on a diet after Thanksgiving?
Because I hit 300 pounds.
Whoa. Hey, we didn't bring out the numbers.
You
Hey,
should have
chill,
called
bro.
up the diet people before you hit
bro.
300 pounds. You should have
called
been thinking
up-
about that. Like,
I was borderline, and then boom.
I don't
McDonald's.
know how you let that happen.
I don't even refund.
Nah, listen, I eat McDonald's damn near every day, and you see me. I'm built like this mic stand. So I don't know how that happened.
I mean, I know how. Just too much of everything. Too much. It was bad.
You can't have nothing now.
I've been like breathing hard in the mics and
So
shit.
is it like a self-discipline diet, or like did your girlfriend enforce it?
No, I got her on a diet too.
Oh, man. Nah, we
Yeah.
going on. We moving on. This shit getting too deep, man.
It's deep.
It's getting too deep. You getting too deep with that one. He said, "Nah, I put her on one first." Damn.
I guess so. Interview questions. How'd you get the name GQLEEK?
Okay, boom. I had got locked up, incarcerated, whatever you want to say. I was doing time in the penitentiary. It was a youth offender camp, so it wasn't like big boy prison. It was like gladiator school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most people get confused when I say I went to prison. Technically speaking, yes, I did go to prison, but it wasn't like, you know, what you see on lockdown and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't in big boy maximum security. No, I was locked down with individuals that was my age, 18 to 24 type shit.
Yeah.
Boom. And I had got sent to the box for some dumb shit, and I was just doing a lot of time in the box. And usually you get a bunkie in the box, but I was in that bitch and I ain't had no bunkie. So I was just like, in my head, I always think a lot. Like, I'm a very like intellectual person. I just be in my head a lot, scheming and plotting and like coming up with new shit and just thinking about shit. And I'm in prison, so like, what's one thing you finna think about when you got nothing else to think about your life and what you want to do with it when you come back, to freedom and shit like that. And I just was like, you feel me? I just want to change myself and be a different individual that's like based off pure shit and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like a new creation that won't lead me back to where I am now. Yeah. And then I was just sitting in the cell and I was thinking, I was like, shit, I want to change my name first to like GQLEEK. I was like, I'm cute. GQ is a magazine. And then I was like, nah, I can't do that.
I
They
knew
gonna,
it was
you feel me?
GQ.
Nah, listen, I said that originally, but then you feel me? I was like, they gonna sue me. So like, obviously when we get to that point, I gotta have some, throw that shit off. So I was like, you feel me? What's things about myself that I like? So I just went to thinking about myself and like trying to incorporate me into my name because it's my music, right? Like it's a piece of me. So like everything has to be about me. And I was just like, I feel like I'm gifted. And I was like, I got a lot of positive qualities about myself. I was like, okay, boom, music, gifted quality. That's my gifted quality. I feel like everybody as an individual has a gifted quality. I just feel like mine's is music. Y'all's is interviews.
Yeah.
Flock's is music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own, that makes them a unique individual. Quality about them that's gifted. That's just how I interpreted it. And then I just ran with it and it stuck. And then boom.
Yeah. Hey, wait. Who's next to you?
I'm Flacco.
Yeah, that's Flacco. That's my brother.
I'm Flacco. I usually I've been slowed down on the music lately because you know how life is right now. But music is my passion. That's one thing. I wake up, I throw some music on. I even be writing music in my little notes and shit. You feel me? Music always helps me, calms me down when I'm thinking bad, you know what I'm saying? Anytime, you feel me, I'm about to go and catch a case, whatever, I got music, you feel me? Music always there for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right now, I ain't much doing music, but expect some music on the way soon.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
I like that.
Hey, so who you be running with? You be running with OTWE?
Yes, sir. You already know that. Oh shit, no whole shit. Y'all better be on the lookout for that DF2. You already know what time it is. We going fucking crazy.
Yes,
Say Cheese video just dropped.
Yeah, Say
Shout out
Cheese.
Youngins, my motherfucking brothers. You already know what time it is. Be on the lookout. We is on the rise. 2021 is over with. All pressure being applied.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's facts though. Nah, yeah, I'm OTWE. OTWE is like, to make it understandable for everybody around us, we say it's a label, but it is that. But it's more like, it's a label. It's a group. Feel me? Like, they the youngins, I'm GQLEEK, but it's more like a family thing. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Like you all know each other.
yeah,
you all fuck
like
with each other
flex,
for a while now.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more, it's deeper than just a bunch of people who know how to rap good who just decided, like, let's all work together. You know what I'm saying? No, music, that's not really how it happened. It was more of like a family thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was more of like, okay, we pushing our brothers towards this goal, but now, you feel me? they looking at us like, well, what's y'all goals? What the fuck y'all want to do so we can help y'all get to where y'all want to be? And then that's how everything came about. Like I said, I was locked up. When the whole OTWE thing came about, I was locked up. So boom, I came home. Van and Noah was rapping, you feel me? Like, boom, that shit was crazy. I was hearing about them when I was locked up. Everybody telling me they doing shows and they was just, boom, they had the city on fire. Yeah. So when I came home, like I said, I was rapping previous to that. So when I came home, I was just picking up where I left off at. And then, you feel me? I was already hanging around them. So, the talk came up eventually. And it was like, well, what you want to do? Like, it's on you. You want to be OTWE or you want to just, you feel me? Fly to the birds. And I was like, I hang around you niggas every day. What the fuck you think I'm finna do? You think I'm finna go be over here making music with all these other motherfuckers who not as good as y'all? When I'm with y'all every day, no matter if we making music, smoking, playing the game, like, wake up, go to sleep with these niggas. Like, real brotherhood. Like,
I see y'all pushing each other.
Yeah. Like, it's a lot of that. Too. It's a lot of that.
It's like it's competition out in the real world. So, I mean, you got to do it, like, even with your friends, like,
And a disclaimer I want to clear up real quick. Everybody in OTWE, like, a lot of us do music, but a lot of us don't do music. So it's not like everybody in OTWE is just focused on being a rapper. Nah, like, you feel me? If you got to go outside of music that's not music oriented, we still going to give you that same amount of love and guidance and push you the same way you feel me? It's vice versa. The love you show, the love you get. You support, you get supported. Like, it's real. Like, ain't none of that fake shit. Like, it's going to get told what it is and what it is, whether you want to hear it or not. Boy, like, the good, the bad, the ugly, like, all that. Like, it done been times, like, boy, it done been times me, Ven, and Guapo done got into it about, like, creative differences and just shit like that. But, like, it gets deep. But, like, at the end of the day, we all know it's that brotherhood. So it's, like, it's okay to get to that point. Like, you know what I'm saying? I should be able, you get what I'm saying?
Better than yes men.
I should be able to get to the point where I can tell you, no, I don't agree with you to your face.
Yeah, you gotta be honest. Like, I mean, that's how it comes out good, right? You gotta be honest.
Definitely.
I don't want you to, like, tell me I should put this out and it's like trash. Like, I thought you were watching out, bro.
One thing about it, if I'm in the studio with one of my dogs, I'm gonna tell them if they shit trash.
Yeah. You gotta tell me, like, you gotta go back in there. I heard you breathing.
You gotta redo this shit, man.
Studio, hey, listen. Studio sessions be funny as fuck, like, cause sometimes we'll be drunk and sometimes we'll be sober. So if we ain't knowing some drunk shit, and we got shit that we doing, like he said, boy, a bitch gonna get told if it's good or not, like, cause we use a certain producer at a certain studio, like Executive Studios, Cito Sounds, shout out Cito. If it ain't mixed by Seat, press the Leek. You heard me? Real shit. Shout out Executive Studios. Shout out James Woods. In the middle of the session, get your eyes. Hey, pause that, Cito. Hey, you need to redo that. It doesn't matter who in the studio. If it's not good, it's not good. Like, you ain't got no choice either to fix it or just sit there with the ugly face. So what you finna do?
Jesus. What do you like the studio? Do you prefer it to be people drinking or people cooling? What do you prefer? When you're going in the booth.
It depends on what kind of song I'm going for. If I'm going in there on some hype shit, then I like to surround myself by that type of energy. So if everybody got to be a little drunk, a little tipsy, a little high to be hype with me, because I'm going to be hype regardless. Hey, listen, you can ask my girlfriend right there. I'm going to be hype sober, fucked up. I'm just a hype individual. Like, I'm just a ball of energy. I don't know where that shit comes from. That's just me.
That's good,
I'm just a hype motherfucker. So, like, if everybody else around me on that same energy, then that's better if I'm going to make a hype song. But if I'm, like, on some emotional shit, like, talking about life experiences or, like, the recent passing of my mother, then I prefer to just do that dolo or, like, only have my lady or Jaylene in the studio, just, you feel me, as minimum as possible, because, like, I'm still tapping into that part of the game where you gotta, like, you feel me, like, break that emotional boundary with your audience, like, and you gotta, like, start confessing a little bit more, like, that shit that hurt you personally. So I'm still learning how to do that, and you feel me, it's it's a journey.
So
but
what's the creative process like then when you're recording?
I hear a beat and it's that. It's all the beat for me. Literally, that's all it takes. It's a beat. I go off the feeling the beat give me. I make my music from emotions. Like, it's all freestyle, but it's emotion. Like, it's raw emotion. Like, it's all freestyle, but it's just raw emotion. So, like, if it's a beat that's about, like, that make you feel it in your soul, then that's the lyrics that's going to come from my mouth. I'm just going to talk about that. Like, I'm going to make you feel it. If it's a shake that ass, throw the one, then that's what we gonna be talking about. And if it's a drill, then somebody getting killed around this bitch. For real. I don't ever really try to, like, put myself in a box or, like, force myself to go this way when I'm making music, because I don't know. Music for me, it's a part of me. Like it's how I express myself. It's how I say shit to everybody that I know I can't say to their face directly. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can say a lot of shit to people's faces, but it's like certain topics that come up and I just lose everything. Like it's just it go blank. You know what I'm saying? Music, it bridges that for me. You know what I'm saying? I can say whatever, I can feel however I want to feel, but as long as I'm in the studio, I know that somebody, no matter where they at in the world, gonna hear my song, they're gonna relate to me. And
they're gonna
what I'm
feel
saying,
it.
you know what I'm saying? So that's somebody I connected to, and I probably, you feel me? They felt like they was alone too, so now they know that, you feel me? Oh, the man who wrote this song, he feel how I feel, so you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mostly love about music, the connection it brings to people. Like I don't know, like I ain't that deep into the game yet, but I done had people write me about my music, and it's just like, bro, that shit touch you for real. Like, that shit'll touch you for real. Like, I had one of my close friends that I didn't even know he was going through nothing with his dad, and it was like one of my earlier songs, and it was just me tapping into the, you know, emotional side and just talking about shit, you know, like growing up without a dad and just how that made me mold into the person I am and shit like that. And he was listening to it, and he wrote me a long ass paragraph just telling me how he heard the song, and it touched him to the point where he broke down and cried. And then after he cried, he just wrote to his dad, and then his dad came to his house, and then they ended up fixing their relationship. And I was like, bro, you lying. Like, there's no way my son did no shit like that. I'm like, bro, we went to school together. Like, we grew up together. Like, and you telling me this? And, bro, he swore up and down. And at that moment, I was like, damn, like, this music shit, like, you could treat it like a game, and that's what you'll get out of it, or, like, you could really make something out of it. Yeah. And you feel me? Like, the money and the fame and shit, cool. And obviously, we doing it for money, but that's just to support the people around us. But at the end of the day, if I could do this shit for free and live how I would want to live comfortably and knowing that everybody around me is taken care of, I'd do it for free. I swear to God. I swear to God. I just love music. Like, it's just the fact knowing that I can touch somebody that's not around me. That makes me feel good. Like, I don't know. I just like that shit. Because me, like I said, I be in my head a lot and I be feeling alone. Like, it don't seem like it, but I do. Like, I'm such a social butterfly. Like, nobody ever think that I be feeling the way that I do, because I always got a big-ass smile on my face, and I'm always, like I said, playing and freestyling and, oh, he's a rap. Like, but up here, in here, I be on some whole different shit. I don't even be in the same playing field. Like, I be levels, miles, centuries, universes away on some whole other shit. And it be hard for people to understand that sometimes. So I be feeling alone, and that's what I be putting in my music sometimes. And to know that other people who feel alone can gravitate towards that shit helped me a lot. You feel me?
Do you expect those same emotions coming from people who you're collaborating with?
Hey, that's a good question. That's a good question, because my girlfriend was just talking to me about this. It's crazy. Before I had that conversation with my girlfriend, I was looking at features more or less like a competition. Like, yeah, you paying me to get on your song, or yeah, you invited me to get on your song, but since I'm the guest and 9 times out of 10 I'm the one that people really looking at, I gotta do better than you. So I'm gonna just go on that bitch and go berserk. Fuck what the point of the song is, the message of the song. I'm gonna just go on that bitch and go berserk. You know what I'm saying? And my lady brought it to my attention, and like, instead of having a competition mindset, have a what kind of art can we create together mindset. Like
how can we make this better?
Like how can we make this a piece of art? Not just, okay, 2 people got on the song and said some shit that everybody else in their moment say like, damn, they got on the song and them boys did something. Like, I didn't think they could put those 2 styles together and they really created something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. So now that's how I look at features. But like, I don't know. Features for me, it just depends, because I don't really do features unless I'm really kind of close to you. Like that, or like if you a raw artist and I can see that you don't got the following that I have, then I'll reach out and I'll like, hey, we need to work. You feel me? And it's all love at that point. Like, at that point, you just book the studio session and I'll slide and we just cook up. Feel me? But that's rare, because boom. I feel like, listen, real shit though, because y'all done open up a box of can of worms, bro. Like, y'all done open up the real deal. Like,
the real deal.
I feel like a lot of people in this industry is like, at the lower level, like the local level, like us. I feel like people at this point be letting a lot of shit go to their head, and I feel like, I'm gonna just say us, OTWE, me, Vanna, Guapo. At this point, like, bro, I feel like we too big-hearted for this shit that be around and that come with this industry. Because it's a lot of examples of us going out our way to do shit for other artists. And you feel me? I ain't even finna do all that, but it's just the point. Like, no, we not doing it for the accolades. It's just us genuinely wanting to help everybody around us and put everybody around us that has genuine talent in position. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to be the only ones with the spotlight. That was never our goal, never our intention. We never even wanted the spotlight. We just wanted to tell our story and vent. Like, that's all this shit was. It was brothers coming together, telling what we done been through and venting to the world. Like, it wasn't never, oh, we finna be this, we finna, no. It was You feel me? It was a release for all of us, like growing up together, shit like that. But people got mean, nasty ways with this music shit, bro. And that's my advice to, like, when artists ask me what be going on, because I done did a little bit more, I be telling them, bro, watch out, bro. Ain't nobody in this shit your friend. Keep the people you came with close and keep everybody else at arm's length. They only want you for what they could get out of you, like. And that shit is, like, foul, because just like I was saying on Facebook, the underground scene in Florida is lit as fuck, bro. Like, we really have genuine fucking talent, bro, that nobody is seeing, bro, and it goes unnoticed because everybody want to beef or everybody want to be the top dog. And it's not about that. Like, if you could get on the song with me and I got a bigger following than you, but you can keep up on that song with me, my audience is going to pay attention to that. Yeah, they came in as my audience, and yeah, they came for GQLEEK and this, that, and other thing, but if you can get on this song and be good like I know you are, bro, they are going to pay attention to you. Now my fans are becoming your fans. Now next time we drop a song, boom, it get bigger. Like, but they don't understand that everybody want to be better. Everybody want to be me. Like,
Yeah. We talk about that a lot where, like, there's this kind of, like, famine mentality where it's like, if I get on, fuck everybody else. Like, I'm not going to put other people on.
and I be trying to point out that to the people around me. Like, look at all the other states with this music shit in Florida. Like, look at Detroit right now. Look at Atlanta. Like, look at Lil Yachty doing the Atlanta-Detroit collab. Like, look at what he's doing right now. He's building bridges, and nobody's even paying attention to it. Atlanta is united. Detroit is united on the music scene. Like, Philly, like, look at Florida. Like, bro, we got just as much talent, if not more, than the rest of them. Like, why we can't unite? Like, why we got to beef in life? You feel me? Like, that shit don't be relevant at the end of the day if we got the same goal. If we got the same goal and we got the same plan and we trying to do the same exact shit, why wouldn't we help each other? Why would I sit here and try to pull you down and tear you down knowing what you go through and you know what I go through? Like, bitch, we live in the same area. We know this shit is built for us to fail, bro. Like, you see the way out just like I see the way out. So why we can't see it out together? Like, help me help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's not that hard, bro. Like, who gives a fuck about what the world got to say? Clout doesn't matter. That shit is here today, going tomorrow. Yeah. Literally, that shit is here today, going tomorrow. You can be that nigga in the city right now. But the moment you do something or say something that the majority don't like, guess what? Nobody fucking cares anymore about you. You know what I'm saying? You're not that person no more. Like, you could walk in the room and all attention be on you, but as soon as you fuck up, you walk in the room, now you getting made fun of. What happened? It's here today, going tomorrow. But the shit that you can do and build and create while working with another individual who got the same goals and intentions as you, that shit lasts forever. Like,
someone needs to have the I had a dream, or I have a dream,
shit.
like, in the music.
Bro, like, because this shit getting to the point where it's just like, bro, like, it's starting to make me hate working with other people that aren't OTWE. Like, if you're not Vanna, Flex, Guapo, or Jacques, like, I really, it's hard for me to get in the studio with you. Like, I got a few people who I go to outside of them, like Wolfie. Shout out Wolfie. That's my dog. You know, shout out Quan Jones. Like, yeah, Marlo Fresh. Like, it's a few other niggas you feel me, do like that. Like, but at the same time, I want to be able to do that for the whole city. Like, if you ask me my top 5 right now, I'm not finna tell you nobody. Because ain't nobody else going to put me on their top 5, even though they know I'm in the top 5. You get what I'm saying? And that's just how this shit set up. Why should I have to be like that? Why can't I get on Mix on Essentials and talk about how raw my city is? Not just how raw OTWE is, not just how raw GQLEEK is, but why can't I get up here and be like, everybody in Largo snapping, we got this, we got that, we got brr, everybody in Clearwater, everybody in the whole 727. No, like, and that's not a mentality I want to have. But at the end of the day, like, I know I'm trying to put my people on, and I'm not finna let nobody stop that. If you want to be selfish, that's you. Because how I feel about it is, you feel me? You can't play a pure person with genuine intentions. You only play yourself out of access to them. And that's facts. Like, because once I start fucking with you, that shit a wrap, boy. You going to need me before I need you. Real shit. Especially when it comes to this music shit. And I hate to say it like that. Because I'm not even the type that really like to brag and, you feel me, do all that. But you going to need me before I need you. And that's facts. Like, that's facts. And I hate to do people like that, but I hate that people force me to do them like that. Like, you can only try to help people for so long before you get tired of kissing ass. Like.
Are there any artists?
If they don't want to help themselves, pretty much.
Yeah. True. Facts. Are there any artists that you want to work with, like whether local or bigger, dead, alive?
I just got turned on to Pound Slide Pop from Philly. I just found him on Say Cheese when he was going through it with Meek Mill. He sound pretty raw. I like his song Militant off his new project he just dropped. I'll do a song with him. But
Wait, what's his name? Pound
Slide Pop.
Pound Slide Pop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him. Just for the local, you feel me? Like I said, Quan Jones, he's raw. I do a song with him. Marlo Fresh, he's raw. Who else? What's his real name? Bodie.
yeah, Bodie.
Bodie Raw from Clearwater.
Yeah.
He talented. It's a lot of people. Chico Wavy
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Me and him already did a
He
song.
nice.
Listen, hey, listen, Chico Wavy nice, bro. Listen,
Yeah.
Chico Wavy is nice, boy. That man is nice, boy. That
Yeah.
man is nice. I already did a song with him. That was
did
one
a
of my
song?
first songs. Yeah, it's called Paid. But I would definitely run it back with Chico
Yeah.
Wavy. I like Chico Wavy. He
Yeah.
bro.
The song what got me on Chico Wavy was that Bust It Baby.
What? Hey, he snapped, boy.
Nah,
Yeah.
for real.
Chico Wavy,
Yeah.
definitely somebody. All of them, all the artists I named, definitely people y'all should get in tune with, and I turn on to y'all to like
Yeah.
try to build that bridge. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be hard to do shit like that because everybody's so headstrong and for themselves. Like
Yeah.
it'd be so hard. Like
So what's your top 5?
He just said he won't
Dead or
tell you.
alive? No,
Oh, Dead or
like
Alive?
no, dead or alive, like all time.
all time,
Top 5. And you
I
gotta
already
name
know I
Dead
dead
gotta
or
say.
alive. Dead or alive, like it don't have to be in
All
order.
right. Dead. I'm gonna give it to the greatest. Obviously Tupac.
Hell yeah.
He died my birth year. That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was born in '96. He died in '96. That's when his last album dropped, isn't it?
I don't know. Well, yeah,
You keep
it
fucking
would've
dropping.
been,
I don't know. I don't even.
That
It
shit
would've been.
complicated. Tupac, that's Dead or Alive. I'm always gonna be Tupac. Number 2, Raw Wave, of course. That
Hell
nigga
yeah.
be listen. That man is
Oh,
fucking.
wow.
Yeah.
That man slide,
He
boy. Listen,
does.
I could listen to that man all day.
Yeah. Shout out Rod Wave.
Number
Shout out
3,
Rod Wave, man.
number 3, on my young nigga shit, I'm gonna say Fulio. Fulio be sliding. I like Fulio. Fulio guys.
Shout out to
Fulio guys. And for shits and giggles, my number 4.
For shits and giggles.
Nah, for shits and giggles, I'm gonna say my twin that everybody love to say I fucking look like. Hot Boy.
Hot
that
Boy.
nigga snap. Hey,
It's
listen,
that, it go.
if I
Hot Boy
got,
hard,
if,
bro.
listen, if I
Yeah.
got paid a rap for every time I got recognized or called Hot Boy in public, listen, I wouldn't even be here right now. I'd be in Calabasas with this man. I swear to God, like that shit is
Twin.
bad,
One
boy.
time I was in the yard. We was at my partner house just chilling and shit.
Yeah.
One of my dogs walk up. He said, "Damn, you over there chilling with Hot Boy?"
Bro, listen,
Nah.
I done had people approach me
Yeah.
in Walmart and all about this shit, and I'm like, bro, like, no, that's not. I'm not him. He's not me. We're not the same. That shit is crazy, bro.
But
But
get
yeah.
on a song
Fire.
together.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
do a song with Hot Boy. He gas. He
Yeah.
gas as fuck. He's gas.
Wait,
What were you
was
gonna say?
it?
What were you gonna say?
No, one more, right?
Oh, one more.
Is one more, right?
I say the baby.
The baby.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
gas. I just like his energy.
Yeah.
And the shit he be saying. He be talking his shit.
Yeah.
I like it. He be popping his shit. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna take the baby off, but just add him as well. Listen, this why. This why.
all right,
I'm gonna
okay.
take him off and put him at number 6. I'm gonna put a female
Number
rapper. I'm gonna put a female rapper at number 5.
yeah.
Cause there's a lot of female rappers
Yeah.
that's really popping right now in the music industry. Like for real, like really popping. I ain't finna say Meg cause everybody giving Meg credit right now. Meg, listen.
I really
Don't get
I
me
was gonna
started.
say that.
I know.
I'm
bro.
gonna shout out Big Lotto. Mulatto, oh my, hey, she got bars.
She
She
does.
She be ripping that
yeah,
bitch.
she do be going
She's about
Listen,
to
that
change her
double
name,
XL
too.
freestyle,
Yeah.
that shit was crazy.
I was like,
that shit, bro. Listen, that shit was crazy. That was like, that was the point. I was like, okay,
damn, Fabi
fuck
right there.
Megan. Y'all got Megan fucked up. Y'all gotta look at Mulatto. She
Yeah.
raw.
Yeah, she fire.
She's about to change her name too.
To what?
To what?
I don't know, but she's like been talking about it on like Twitter and shit. Because her name's like people are saying it's like too racial and shit like that.
No, it's not.
I thought Mulatto was a coffee.
No, it's like
It's like
saying-
slang
basically
for like
saying
mix. It's
like Redbone or some shit.
Yeah.
That's what she is.
I know. I don't I don't really get it, but that's what you see on
See
Twitter.
what I'm saying? You could be the man, and then the moment they don't like something about you, is what you gonna do? You
Try to take you down.
You gonna conform to what people want you to be for the money and the fame and the position, or are you gonna do what you do and that's be yourself? Me,
Yeah.
listen. I always tell everybody who tune into my music and who new to my music, don't expect shit from me but the truth. Don't expect shit from me. I'm not here to be nobody role model. I'm not here to be nobody idol. I'm here to vent my problems. And connect with people through music. I'm not looking for gratification. I'm not looking for y'all to look up to me. I don't want to live for y'all expectations. Y'all gonna fuck y'allself up doing that on me because I don't give a fuck at the end of the day.
No.
And I'm gonna continue to not give a fuck. So whether you fuck with me or not, I'm still gonna do this. Smile, because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I got people who love me for me. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So that at the end of the day makes me happy. Like that makes me smile. I love myself enough. Like I don't gotta worry about what
So no
everybody
role
else
model?
think.
No role model?
Yeah, no role
Because
model.
like
Nah, I had
there's
a
been
role
talks
model
about that
growing
being
up.
like inadvertently happening. Like so like that guy who reached out to you and told you all that shit about how he connected with the pops again. Like, wouldn't you say you were kind of a role model in that situation?
I would say I was more of a trigger.
Yeah,
Trigger.
but, yeah.
I was the trigger that was waiting to be pulled for him and his dad to get back together. I wouldn't say I was a role model because, I mean, in the song I wasn't really talking about reconnecting with my dad. I was just talking about not having one because I never met my dad. You feel me? I don't know who that man is.
Same.
Real
What's
shit.
up?
Real shit. That man could walk past me in Publix and I wouldn't know who he is like at all. You feel me? I always had my mom and my sister and my, you feel me, my granny, my kin people. You feel me? And the people around me who I, you feel me, chose to have around me like Jaylene, Giselle. Them people right there behind y'all, they been in a woof. Hey, listen, they done been around me for like woof. Like this handsome creature y'all got sitting in front of y'all right now, cameras, GQ, yeah. They done been with him since way before he was handsome. Boy, listen, y'all, listen. I don't know if y'all heard Facts by us by OTWE. Yeah. When I said same young nigga with them glasses, that was a fact. That was a genuine fact.
Yeah.
They know that nigga. That's the nigga they met. That's when they met GQLEEK.
You got the contacts and glove.
Oh, nah, I'm blind. This is bad. Nah, I don't like contacts, glasses. Hey, I ain't finna do no cap for you. I ain't finna do no cap for you. No, I'm doing it the bat way.
The bat way. The bat way.
Do you have an album on the way? You said you had some music that you got.
Yeah. I just dropped. I just dropped my project after. You feel me? My mom's funeral. It's called Hardest 6 Ever. That was in dedication to my mom. It's out now on all platforms, Spotify, YouTube, all that. Boom. And I'm working on a mixtape right now. It's gonna be my first official solo mixtape, and it's gonna be called Emperor 6. So yeah. I don't got no drop date. So please, after y'all see this interview, do not be hitting my inbox talking about this. Listen, I'm doing the track list right now. I'm getting the cover art ready. Yeah, but
just send me some stuff. I'll leak it. I'll give you a date.
But in the meantime, I'm working on a feature project with one of my really good friends, Ray Peasy, and we finna drop. It's gonna be called. I don't even know if I should give y'all an exclusive, but shit, I done got to this point. It's gonna be called Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead.
It's gonna be called Beavis and Butthead.
Sounds pretty lit. I don't know.
That shit finna be crazy.
It sounds lit.
The beats we picking for this EP, it's gonna be like a 6-7 song EP, just me and her back to back on that bitch. Listen, this shit, the beats that we done picked for the first 3 songs. Listen, if that's any indicator, this shit finna be crazy. I'm highly excited for it. But yeah, after that, you feel me? I'm working on 2 projects right now at the same time, but. Solo individual, I got Emperor 6 coming for y'all. It's gonna be great.
It sounds lit, bro.
Where'd you get the name from?
I don't know. I just been through a lot of shit, and like I said, after I came up with the whole GQLEEK thing and the whole GQLEEK mindset and mantra, and like that became a lifestyle for me, and like you know what I'm saying, like I started breathing that into myself. It just like I had a Phoenix moment. I'm like, listen. I done went through a lot of shit that most people, you feel me, that was my age or are my age, and never touched, only heard about, got friends and shit. And like, I had a Phoenix moment. Like, I stepped from the ashes. I was like, I conquered that shit. I didn't let that shit beat me. I didn't let that shit change me. At my core of a person, I still hold the same values, beliefs. Like, I still treat my people the same. I still, you feel me, hold myself to the same standards that I used to believe in. Like, I didn't let that shit do to me what it did to other people. It's like how they hit that hamster wheel after they get incarcerated that first time and they just keep running and running and running and running. And I hate to say it, but my big brother, the one who I be shouting out all the time, G Moke, you feel me? God bless his soul. Free him. He got 40 years. That's my big brother. Like, that was one of my role models growing up on some, like, not music influence, but, like, real life influences. We're not going to get too deep into that right now, but, yeah, he doing 40 years right now. Like, bro, like, they didn't just give him 40 years. Like, he was in and out of prison my whole childhood. So it's like, that's what I seen growing up. Like, so that was normal to me. Like, him, my mother, both of them, like, I'm not new to that shit. Like, I was, at this point, after being convicted and shit, I'm a 4th-generation convict. So it's like, I had inspirations and I had that around me to see and learn from. And I seen what they were doing. Like, you feel me? Like, he just kept running in a circle. And I love that man to death. You feel me? It's fucking me up talking about it. Because that's my big brother. But, like, I don't want to end up like him. Real shit. And I love him to death. But I don't want to end up like him where I got 40 years. And
That's
I
fair
can't
to
come
say
back
because
home.
he probably doesn't want that to happen to you too.
You get what I'm saying? Like, but he didn't learn. He kept running into that same cycle. Like, he kept running into that same cycle. And that's one cycle I'm proud to say I've avoided. Fuck that. You can say what you want. I'm not going back to prison. That shit is a waste of talent, a waste of space. I thought it was a lie. I thought it was a game. Some of the most talented people in any aspect of the world you can think of are sitting in chains right now, wasting their life away. That's a fact. Basketball, football, music, art, tattoos, cooking, anything, building shit, crafting. Bro, the most talented people on this earth are locked up. And it's crazy to say that. You feel me? Like, it's crazy. Like, I done been around some of the most gifted athletes I done seen. And they wasn't on a high school court. They wasn't on a professional. Like, bro, like, crazy shit. And it's sad because they're young, just sitting behind a cage and a wall. Like, and I told myself, soon as I got to that bitch, soon as I got to my permanent camp where I was going to do my 2 years at, I told myself first quarter, listen, you got two options. You can continue to be this right here and be a number and be disrespected, or you can go do what you know you want to do and put on for your people. And I made the decision right there. I'm finna put on for my people, boy. Fuck all that other shit, all that in and out of jail shit. That shit is not cool. That shit is not cool, and it don't make you no savage. You're not a gangster. It don't add to your street credibility because real gangsters don't get caught. That's facts. Anybody who really doing anything in the streets, they not getting caught. So for you to be in and out of jail, you look dumb and nobody finna work with you. You dumb. You ignorant. I'm telling you that now. It don't lead you nowhere. That shit is bad. Everybody love to motherfucking talk about the streets and glorify the streets, but what they don't tell you is that after the money gone, after the cars and the hoes and the liquor and all the drugs gone, the only thing that's left is 4 white walls, a blue door, and some handcuffs for your ass.
Dang.
Tell the rappers rap about that shit.
And rotting in jail, you ain't getting no clout. Your clout just lowering. You feel me? That shit ain't. You don't get no cool points.
Fuck who you was when you go to jail. Whoever you go to jail as, bitch, that shit stay on the streets till they forget about who he was.
Exactly.
And whoever you was fucking with, whatever girl you had, well, you better hope you treated her right. You better hope you was a good guy to her, boy. Real shit, boy. Listen, that shit ain't no game, boy. You better hope you treated her right, cause boy, like he said, she gonna be fucking your dog, boy. And that's facts. And I learned all this going through gladiator school, so I can only imagine like what real prison and shit is like, going in and out of that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's too much. Like, I got too much talent. I'm too gifted as an individual, and I see too much, and I'm too smart, like, to ever allow myself to keep going through that. One time was enough for me. I learned my lesson. That shit was not worth it to me. Like, I don't give a fuck. I done had the money. I done did all that shit. Like, ain't too much of the shit of the streets that I haven't really done. Like, I ain't killed nobody. I'm not getting up here doing all that extra shit. But I done did a lot of shit. Like, I done did a lot of shit. But I really done been out there, boy. Like, and I'm telling you, at the end of the day, that shit is for the moment, bro. That shit is so for the moment. That shit is just as temporary as I was saying clout was. Like, that shit feels so good when you doing it. But, boy, when I'm telling you, when you reflecting on your life and you sitting behind them walls and you crying and you ain't got nobody to talk to because all your friends don't fuck with you because you're not beneficial to them no more, and your lady not picking up the phone, and your mama going through it at home because she can't pay the rent and you used to pay the rent, boy, that's a fucked up feeling, boy. I'm telling y'all, boy, that shit is not worth it at the end. That shit is not worth it. Fuck doing anything that you got to do to fit in, boy. Fit in with yourself and the people who love you and want the best for you. Fuck that.
Them niggas not gonna send you no letters. Them niggas not gonna come visit.
But listen,
you. They not gonna send you no money.
The most letters I got when I was incarcerated, all of them was from my mother, Andrea Denise Haywood. God bless her soul, as she rests in heaven. That's the only person who really took the time of day to come. I had 2, 3, 4, 5 letters a week. I was in prison for 2 years. 2, 3, 4, 5 letters a week. When I got transferred, when I was in county jail before I got transferred to prison, I had 2 visits a week. One early week, one at the end of the week. Either Monday or Tuesday or Thursday, Friday. You get what I'm saying? Like, I got one Monday or Tuesday, and then I got one either Thursday or Friday. Like, every week. Like, that lady never gave up on me, boy. Listen. That shit crazy, but she never gave up on me, boy. When everybody else turned their back and left me in that bitch, had me sitting in that bitch looking sick. I'm calling people. I'm trying to reach out to motherfuckers. Like, boy, listen, I was going through it in that bitch. Because, like I said, I always been a big-hearted individual. And, like, I don't know. That was just a lesson where I learned that, like, all that big-hearted shit don't get you nowhere. Because just because you big-hearted don't mean nobody going to be big-hearted back to your ass. And then that's when I had to make another conscious choice. Am I finna continue to be big-hearted, or am I finna allow this to change me and make me evil? You get what I'm saying? I continue to be big-hearted. But now I just know that I can't be big-hearted to everybody. And if I do be big-hearted to everybody, I'm doing it genuinely from my heart, not with the expectations of getting anything back, because now I'm setting myself up for failure. That's why I be telling motherfuckers quickly, like, if you play me, you're not playing me, you playing yourself, because you're going to need me before I need you. Anything I do for you is from the bottom of my heart, not because, you feel me, you feel me, like, ain't nothing a bitch can make me do for them that I don't want to do. If I genuinely don't want to do it, I don't give a fuck who you is, I'm going to tell you no, because I genuinely don't want to do it. So if I do it, no matter what it is, no matter how small, no matter how big, whatever the action is, just know it was genuine. Because if it wasn't, I would tell you.
Was that something that, like, your mother or your grandmother had preached to you when you were younger, that mindset of, like, being big-hearted and Did you just pick that up on your own?
Nah, my mom was a big influence of that. Like, cause like as a young man with no dad, like I said, the only real role model I had at that point was my brother. And like I said, we see, you feel me?
Yeah.
He in the streets heavy, like heavy. So like I'm looking at him, feel me? And I'm looking at what he doing, and I'm doing what a lot of youth do. I'm glorifying it. I'm like, I want to be like, Dad. I want to hide guns. I want to sell drugs. I want to hide bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my only role model. This is normal to see people in and out of jail. It's normal for him to go be locked away for 5 years, then come back and me just be happy, and then we do it again. Like, that was normal to me. Like, I got that big-hearted shit from my mom. My mom has the biggest heart that I ever seen. Like, I was just telling my lady, Aisha, that one time as a jit, I probably was like 6 to 7 years old, bro. I couldn't been no older. And, like, me and my mama always, like, from an early age, I can always remember, like, me and my mama had a high communication level. Like, she was just so real with me. Like, she didn't do that baby shit. She didn't shield me. Like, she was just genuinely real. Like, she let me know a lot of shit at an early age. Like, she genuinely talked to me and communicated with me. Like, you feel me? Like, she let me know, like, so, like, boom, I'm 6, 7 years old, and I know we got rent in, like, 3 days. And it's me and my dukes at the crib. She got all the rent money she need. This the only money to her name. This is the, like, all the rent money she got, that's the only money she got. And it's rent money. Like, she got all the money she need for her rent, but this the only money she got. Boom. We chilling. Her phone ring. It's her best friend. All I hear my mom say is, what? What? Where you at? All right, I'm on my way. My mom jumped out of the bed at like 12:01 in the morning, bro, at night, to run to the store up the street to give her best friend her rent money, because her best friend got in some shit that she never really like got into detail with me about, but she needed some money, and it turns out she needed the exact amount my mom had for rent. And my mom,
word?
yeah, word. Like, my mom did not hesitate, like, didn't ask no questions other than, where you at? I'm finna come up there. And literally, I watched my mom at 6 to 7 years old get out of bed, throw on a gown, literally throw on some shoes, and just run up the street to take her last dollars to her best friend. And 3 days later, the rent was paid. Like, bro,
Wow.
like,
Wow.
my mama always just used to instill in me, like, you got to be a blessing to get a blessing. Like, you got to be a good person. That's the only way good things going to happen. Like, it don't matter what everybody else doing. It don't matter how everybody else treating everybody else. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself, the people you love, and be a good person to everybody.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody fuck with you. Don't let nobody fuck with the ones you love, but be a good person. You know what I'm saying? Be a good person. Be humble, be sweet, and do everything you can in your power for the next individual. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
why, you feel me? Like, I done been in a lot of situations. Like, I done been up here. I done been down here. That's why I try to treat everybody the same. Like, ain't nobody better than nobody, bro. Because you could have $1 million right now. You could lose that shit and you poor. Now what? Who is you now?
Yeah.
You're nobody, because
You're
you
right.
let that money make you. But if you got $1 million in your heart, and then you lose $1 million in the bank, who are you? You the same person, because your heart is worth $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
You
I'd
ever
rather
heard
be
of
the guy.
You ever heard of Deepak Chopra? It's like this guy who writes a lot of books, like self-help books and shit like that. But that's one of his main things he talks about is like paying it forward and just doing nice things. Not only because it's good for another person, but it's good for your own like mental health.
Yeah.
Makes you feel better when you do something nice for somebody.
My mom, like, growing up, and it's crazy because my lady pointed it out to me, like, and I told her where I got it from. Growing up, like, every homeless person, every time we seen a homeless person, my mom would give money every time. Like, it doesn't matter what she had. Like she was just such a kind, giving person, but like, and like, I don't know, like, being raised around that, having that as an influence, I just always carried everything she said. Like, it's so hard. Like, I just wish y'all could meet her, because like, my mom was amazing, bro. Like, it's just, she was just so amazing inside of, like, oh my God, bro. Like, it's crazy because she'll tell you to, like, be this amazing, good, genuine person, but at the same time, she giving you knowledge to know that just because you this person doesn't mean the world's gonna be nice to you. Like, the world's still finna punch you in your face and tell you, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how many times you walk up to a person and hand them your heart. It's up to them what they're gonna do with it. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna slap that shit down on the ground.
Look at our YouTube comments.
Yeah.
People are wild. And
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
We
Yeah.
live on YouTube, okay.
Yeah. And like, you feel me? I was raised by my sister and my mom. You know what I'm saying? So like, being raised around females who aren't really females, like, it's crazy. Like, they was never like on that whole ass bitch ass shit. So that's how I
Yeah.
became. And like he said, one thing my mom always instilled in me was, at a young age, is consequences and actions. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, she always used to tell me anytime I got in trouble, like, my mom was never physically, like, abusive. She never got physical when it came to punishment. Like I said, she would just communicate with me. Like, literally, like, I was her youngest son. She would just, mama's boy, like, you get what I'm saying? Ain't too much got to be done other than show a little bit of disappointment. You're sad. And I'm going to get right. I'm a mama's boy, like, but she would just talk to me, like, literally just talk to me, like, have full adult conversations with me, like, from the early ages, like, and she always used to tell me, like, anytime I would get in trouble, like, sit down and think. If you can't handle the consequences that come with your actions, you need to choose a different action. That's why I tell people, like, this street shit not for everybody, bro. Like, get the fuck out of the streets. Go find what you're good at. You might not need to be out in the streets trying to do what your friends are doing. Shit, your friends probably don't even need to be doing that shit. Go find what you're good at. You might be the next Picasso and you just squandering your talent because you want to fit in. You might be the next Ralph Lauren. Like, you might be the next Da Vinci. Like, but people be so focused on doing what everybody else doing that it's just everything that is cool, is lit, is oversaturated because everybody's doing it. But what is everybody genuinely interested in? Like, nobody knows. Nobody can answer what they're genuinely interested in because it's not lit. They don't know because they don't know themselves. Like, my mama always told me consequences and actions. If you cannot handle the consequence for an action you are about to make, do not make that action.
Yeah, I
Do
do
not
like
make that
pros and cons. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Even
this will
like-
happen. Oh, no.
Even when I was getting arrested and going to prison and shit, she was telling me that, like, my mama wasn't on none of that. The softest thing, and I'll be honest, the softest thing my mama said to me during that whole process was she wanted me to snitch. And you know what I said? What I just told y'all. Why would I snitch, Mom? You raised me to be a man and take responsibility for my actions. I knew what I was doing. You always told me consequences and actions, right? I knew what action I was taking. I knew what consequence came with that action. I still make that action, right? So, Mom, what does that tell you? That means I can accept my consequence, right? She sat there and cried.
Well,
Real shit. My mama looked me in my eyes at visitation on 49th Street, Pinellas County Jail, and cried the rest of our visit. We had like 10 minutes left. We did not speak. She cried after I said that. Cried the rest of the 10 minutes. And before she left, she told me she loved me. That was like the last visit I had with my mom before I got shipped off.
Jesus.
Like,
Christ.
real shit. Like, bro, that shit is, I take that shit to the heart. Like, I take principle and morals and shit like that to the heart. Like, I feel like if everybody just understood that you don't have to be what everybody wants you to be, and you do have your own choices, you just have to understand that you are the one responsible for those consequences of that choice, it'll be a different place. You feel me? The streets wouldn't be so fucked up. You feel me? It wouldn't be so many snitches. If we made it cool for everybody to do what they genuinely wanted to do and not what we forced motherfuckers to do to fit in, the world would be a different place.
that's
For sure.
crazy.
Be honest. If we went to the streets right now and rounded up all the motherfuckers that was on the block and we genuinely asked them what they
don't
wanted
wanna
to
be
be,
on-
they don't want to be. Nobody want to be there, bro.
Bro, nobody.
But you know what? No, none of them also have the courage to step away from that shit and be like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm finna go be my own individual. If you're my true friends and y'all really my brothers like y'all say y'all is, it should be okay for me to tell you I don't want to be in the streets no more. That should be perfectly fine.
If a nigga trying to force you to be in the streets, do what they do, and you obviously telling them what you don't want to do, they ain't your friend. They don't love you
At all.
They don't love you.
At all. My thing is, you get more respect from me personally. This is just me personally. You get more respect from me personally, and this just a scenario. Is if I run up on you and put a gun in your hand and say, we finna go drill these niggas, and you look at me man to man in my face and say, you know what, Leek, I fuck with you on every other level, but this is not me, this is not my character, this is not, I'm not cut from that cloth, this is not what I do. I promise you, I'll look at you with way more respect than the motherfucker who I hand the gun and he know that he built just like you and not me, and he still go do it, but then end up getting caught and snitching. You could have told me, you get what I'm saying? Like, you could have, like, that takes more courage, and that's a real man. That's a real man. You're not a real man for hesitating and not speaking up because you scared of your friends and what people gonna think of you. You're a pussy. You're not a real man. A real man is gonna speak when they feel. You get what I'm saying?
It's the same thing as folding under pressure. Like,
Yeah, that's basically what you're doing. You folded
Like
under
going
peer
through it,
pressure. You got under that peer pressure and you let motherfuckers talk your head up and big your head up, and now look at you. You done fucked your future up. And you the only one dealing with the consequences.
so speaking of future, what's your 2021 plan?
World domination. Real shit. I'm on a whole lot of marketing shit. Right now I'm putting together this, like I said, these 2 EPs. I'm putting together a marketing strategy with my team right now. And I'm coming out with shirts, face mask, just a whole bunch of, the regular little starter rapper kit. Do that run real quick. Me and Peasy, we putting together CDs, both of our EP that we coming up with, and then just individual mixtapes and songs and shit, collections, and then we gonna do a little run from the top of Florida to the bottom of Florida, like just hit all the hot spots, even none of the hot spots, and just feel me, just pop out, show our face, like you feel me, go pop up on their radio shows, like you know what I'm saying, just a whole bunch of that shit. Like 2020, expect to see my face a lot. I'm gonna be in your face a lot. I'm gonna be in your face and I'm gonna be in your ears a whole lot. You get what I'm saying? That's what you can expect.
You on TikTok?
I'm trying to get on TikTok. My
You should
thing
get on
with
TikTok.
is
That's part of the 2021
that's
plan.
what I'm saying.
If you want to blow up, bro, just get on TikTok. Bro.
My thing with
Like, for
TikTok
real.
is though that shit so ever evolving and so
Well, no,
rapidly changing.
you
I
make
don't
it-
even know what the fuck
you
be
make
going
it
on.
you make it what you want it to be, bro.
Oh yeah.
For real.
Yeah, you make it what you want it. Look at that little girl that got famous just because she wanted to dance on camera. That's pretty much that's what it is.
Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, the one who was in the Calabasas video.
Yeah, she all over the internet.
But she could dance. Though.
Look
That
at the
was
guy.
nice.
Look at the guy with the cranberry juice. He was just on the. He just drinking cranberry juice.
Dogface.
Yeah, what
The
else?
one who be with Daddy Long Neck.
Oh, he
The
was-
one
he
who
was
be with
drinking
Daddy. Whatever happened to Daddy Long Neck? Whatever
He
happened
did.
to Wide Neck?
They on there. They
These
on
are the
YouTube.
questions that
Bro,
needs to be asked.
Bro, they doing features. They doing popping out to the club.
Hey.
Long neck.
My thing is,
Yeah.
we need new gatekeepers with this music industry in Florida. Like,
Well,
we
it's
need new
crazy.
people to,
It's like what
show
you were talking
us.
about, man. I mean, some people don't know what they want to do, and they're just following. I mean,
If that's the case, get the fuck out the way.
a lot of people don't even want to rap. They just want to.
They just want to do it because their friends do it.
They just want the money.
I'm a-
They
But yeah,
want
like
the-
rap, like Corday said it. He said rap's a lick now. Like,
It is.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
is what it
Oh,
is.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
You make a bag and just leave.
And it's crazy because it's so crazy. Like, what y'all said when we had pulled up with Venna and Noah.
Yeah.
Y'all thought they was already famous, bro. 99% of the time, people already do it.
Bro.
People already do it, and it's crazy because, like, bro, I be telling them, bro, y'all can. It's so mainstream marketable. It's crazy, bro. Like the amount of talent they have and the amount of work they actually put into their songs. Like I be telling their ass all the time. I feel honored just to be able to see this shit. Like it's really mind blowing to see their creative process and be a part of it. Like, bro, like, and then to hear them in the studio and to be with them every step of that process, and then to go to fucking YouTube and see a motherfucker who literally just saying Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, get 150 fucking million views. You kind of like, bro, what is the point of putting in work if I can just get on the track and literally say Nike, just do it, Nike, just do it, and can I get that much clout? Like, these motherfuckers really like putting their souls and actual lives into this shit. Like, that's why they my favorite rapper. It might just be because I'm friends with them and I'm really close to them and I actually know the story behind the lyrics and shit. But like, bro, that shit don't be adding up to me sometimes.
Yeah, that's kind
Honestly though, that music like that, raw music from
Yeah.
the heart, that's
Yeah.
the only music that moved me. I
Yeah.
don't like when people lie about what they rapping about, like fibbing and they say white lies and shit. That's not
Yeah.
real.
Like you can
feel
tell,
me?
like when they're not doing
That's
it.
that's fucking
Yeah.
up. That's fucking up the rap game
Yeah.
and shit. That's fucking up for people who actually do it from the heart, and they feel like, damn. So this is what you got to do to be famous. You can't rap from the heart no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can tell
Yeah.
like you genuine, bro. Like you just said, they're your favorite rappers. Like
No,
a lot of people don't even say that like about their the
About
people
their
they're signed
friends
to,
and shit, yeah.
their friends, the
Oh,
people
no.
they're signed
Hey,
to.
listen.
Isn't that crazy? Like people.
A nigga want
Yeah.
to support their homeboy music, but they'll go and tell a famous rapper happy birthday.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
You're not the first person to say that here, Jay.
Hey, listen.
That's
I
a
got-
common thing.
Like all the rappers I just named, I listen to all their music. That's why they
Yeah.
got named. But yeah, I listen. I don't even gotta have their SoundCloud, but it's just like you said, a support thing. Like they got my
Yeah.
SoundCloud too. But like, bro, that's all I. Yeah, you fucking right. That's all I. Because it's genuine music, and I know what the fuck they're saying, and it moves you. Like what the fuck? Like Rod Wave, I can listen to this man all day. Like he moves you. You can't be mad at something that moves you and takes control of you unwillingly. Like how can you hate somebody who can create such beautiful art? Like you can't. You just can indulge in that shit, and that's what I be doing.
Yeah.
I be indulging that shit. Boy, they raw as fuck. They truly talented. Like truly talented, and it's crazy that they look at me how I look at them. That shit be fucking me up sometimes. I be like, yeah, listen, I can't hit them notes that Vanna be hitting. I be trying my no. Listen, that shit never go as planned, bro. Never.
You
Hey,
sing.
so-
You
Go
sing.
ahead.
Hey, you sing. You sing on any.
The most I ever did was
You probably could. Don't lie. You,
Emotions is the most little familiar singing bit I ever
Oh, that's
did.
what you did here.
Yeah, Emotions.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that one. Other than that, nah, it's pretty much just me with my voice.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I haven't really found a beat that really too much made me want to like try to hit no notes or like harmonize too much.
Yeah, I come to you. It's just that's like a different like I don't know, different pocket, you know.
Yeah, that's a different bag to be in, boy.
Well, like think about it, like Young Boy, you know, he was just like rapping and then it kind of just came to him, right? Like, and it wasn't like, you know, you can
your melody.
yeah, you can feel it. Like he didn't just start singing, he was like rapping and then it kind of just went.
Yeah, that's another part too.
Yeah,
that's another part too. People be thinking like when you reach a certain point in this music shit, you just supposed to stop as an artist. Like, nah, it's constant elevation and growth.
Yeah.
Especially like with sounds and shit. Like me personally, I can't really speak for nobody else. Well, I mean, I can speak for the youngins, but
yeah.
me personally though, it's a constant tweaking of sounds. Like with me being a freestyle and shit, like I'm constantly trying new like, you feel me, things with my throat. Like maybe if I say it like this, or maybe if I come low, or like maybe if I like, you know what I'm saying, like say it like sweeter, or like maybe if I take so much oomph out of my voice, or say it lighter, like so it's different shit like that. Like it's a lot.
It is a lot, man. Hey, but you pay attention, bro. You got you got a lot to say. You seen a lot, man.
Well, listen, you seen how quiet I was the first time, right?
I know.
Look, listen, learn. That's all I ever do. Look, listen, and learn. I sit back. I'm the one in the back.
Yeah.
The one who is quiet is the smartest man in the room at all times.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Because he know everything that's going on. What everybody done said, what everybody done did, and what lie everybody done told. That's a fact, boy, listen. Yeah. That's a fact. That's why, boy, listen.
Yeah, it's deep. I mean, this music is just deeper than, like, a lot of people just take it like, you know, I'm just putting this out and, like, nah, it's different for you. It's different. A lot of people won't come in here and tell you, like, why I did this and, like, I don't know. They'll just make it. I don't know.
This shit. It was a game for us to a certain point, but then like once we seen how far like this shit actually could go and how deep that rabbit hole actually is and what it took, you feel me? There was an assessment period where we, you feel me, like being brothers, sat down, talked, asked each other, asked ourselves, is this what we really want? And if this is what we really want, how much are we all willing to put in? Like, how much are you willing to put in? How much are you willing to put in? Like, let's get this talked about and discussed now so we can know before we proceed. And that's why we all move the way we do. So here first about it, like, so, oh shit, no ho shit. You know what I'm saying? That's us. Like, that's us. You gonna hear, every time you see one of us, you gonna hear us say that shit because we put so much work into this shit. Like, this is not something we just wake up and do. It's not a hobby. Like, this is really like us striving, and it's like real growth being put into the music. Like, you can see it. You can watch. Like, it's real growth. It's real elevation. It's real pain. Like, it's just real. Like, it ain't nothing somebody, we just wake up and be like, all right, I think I'm going to go to the studio today. Nah, okay, we got a studio today. We got a video. We got an interview. We got a photo shoot. We got to go over here and talk about a show. Let's go get in their face and network with them. Like, it's consuming. And that's what I be telling people. Like, they be so ready to just drop a song. And even though it's a good song, don't get me wrong, a lot of people do be making good songs. That's not it. Like, that's not it. Like, it's a lot of shit you got to do that people don't know. Like, you going to spend a lot of money in this shit before you ever touch any. You're going to spend a lot of money in this shit just with the legal backside of this shit. The licensing, the LLCs, you feel me? You're going to spend money on that. You're going to spend money on studio time. You're going to spend money on videos. You're going to spend money on outfits because you got to look a certain way in the video. You got to spend money on the locations because you want the video to be appealing. So now you're renting out Airbnbs. You don't want just anybody shooting your video. Now your videographer charges $600. You feel me? Like, it's a lot of shit. You're gonna spend hell of a lot more money in this shit before you ever touch a lot. And that's why I feel like we gonna be straight regardless of how long it takes.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we got that longevity passion. You
got it, bro. Yeah, you got it.
We got that passion that's just gonna continue to burn. It's just gonna burn and burn and burn. Yeah. Like, so you feel me? Like I said last time, at this point it's just a waiting game for the right people to come around and say the right shit. Cause we done been on the phone. We done been on the phone with a few labels. If you feel me, we done had them conversations. We done did that, and it's like, it's a lot to this shit. Boy, listen, it's a lot to this shit that people don't realize and be coming with this shit. That, you feel me? That we still learning come with this shit. Like I said, when we was in those situations with the labels and shit, like, they was talking over our head. Like, I didn't like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That made me uncomfortable. So I had to back out because I need to catch up and get where y'all at. You know what I'm saying? When you speaking to me, I need to be able to know what you're saying. Not what you telling me, but what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be able to look you in the eyes and understand on all levels what you're saying and process, because you're not finna fuck me after I work so hard. That's the thing. That's why I told you earlier about the manager. I do freelance management. Like, I ain't under contract with nobody right now because I ain't trying to get fucked, bro. Like, I put too much in for this shit, but like, niggas really done cried and bled for this OTWE shit. Like, we done got it in blood. Like, y'all can't see it because I'm dark skinned, but like, bro, like, this shit is official. Like, this shit is official. It's not here today, going tomorrow. This shit is here today, here tomorrow, here after that, here after that. Like, that's why we gonna be straight. Like, yeah, it's for the money, but at the same time, we still got that passion that's gonna help us keep doing it regardless. And it's easier for us to sit and wait for a deal because we know what we going for. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We know what we bringing and we know what we going for. It's not, oh, we just want $1 million so we can flex. Nah.
Well, yeah, like you're building your leverage so that it wouldn't even just be $1 million. You know, you can build it so you're worth more than that.
Me personally, I'm on some whole independent shit because I'm on some longevity shit. Like, I need it to the point to where I could have 50 kids and my 50 kids could have 60 kids. But each generation, they all gonna be living lavish. You feel me? They gonna be living like the Trumps. You feel me? They gonna be living like the Gates, the Zuckerbergs. Like, they're gonna be straight. Ain't nobody else.
Maybe not Trump. Their family's about to get locked up. So.
Hey. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying? It's all about a bigger picture for me. Like, so all that extra shit that be bothering a lot of other artists, it don't really get to my head too much because I know what I'm doing and I know who I'm doing it for and what I'm doing it for. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing but a new challenge to me.
Well, let's wrap this thing up. We're like way over time. Where can everybody find you? Social media?
Instagram, OTWE_GQLEEK. Facebook, GQLEEK. Snapchat, GQLEEK6. And Twitter at MALIK_HAY1996. You feel me?
And you're on all streaming platforms?
Yes, sir. All you got to do is type in that GQLEEK and I'm going to pop up like,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's like a Jack in the Box, man.
Give them a reminder of what's coming out, when they can expect anything.
Hey, man, I got a whole EP mixtape coming out. It's going to have 12 songs on that bitch for y'all. It should be, I'll give y'all a little ballpark area where it should be around like early next year, but not too early, like April, May-ish. Emperor 6, yeah. April, May-ish. Emperor 6 on the way. It's going to be, listen, I'm popping my shit on this one. I got some shit to say on this one. I had some shit to say on Hard at 6 Level, but I got some shit to say on Emperor 6. Listen, I'm coming.
The levels, like you were saying.
I'm coming for that shit, boy. Listen, I'm coming for that shit.
And what about you, Flacco?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well,
what's coming out? Where can people find you?
Okay, well, you can find me on Facebook as Flacco Cortez, on Instagram. Hold on, let me go check that shit. Just search up Flacco. You'll find me. You feel me?
With a K, with a C.
Flacco Cortez.
Yeah, Flacco with a C. You feel me? It's regularly Flacco, but when I put down my rap name on YouTube, it's FBN Flacco. That's some shit I started back with my homeboys in middle school and shit. Yeah. Like we spread it out all through Pinellas County, Tampa, Bradenton, all of my dogs. You feel me? Like Leek said, it ain't just rap. You feel me? Everybody getting money their own way. You feel me?
Yeah.
But shout out to FBN, shout out to Moore, shout out to OTWE. You feel me? You be expecting some music. Maybe about next year, maybe April, you know what I'm saying, around my birthday, April 6th, you feel me? Expect some music, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna tell you what type of music it is. I'm gonna let it be a surprise, you feel me? But y'all tune in.
This man finna drop a whole rock album on y'all ass. No kizzy.
Mix One Essentials, thank you all for joining us. See you.